10-year anniversary shows. This month we're celebrating performing total improvisational theater for 10 years. 10 years ago this month we launched Flash Family. We're very excited to be doing this month and very happy to have you all here with us to celebrate. How many of you have never been to an improv show before? Wow! That's a lot of virgins in one audience. All right, well then we better tell you, have you read the program yet? Are you ready for the test on the program? Here's how we work. We do make up everything that we do based off the suggestions you give us, so we will need your participation in the show. I heard Ed, as he brought you in here to see, telling you, give them strange and unusual things. And we'll give you a category to inspire that kind of thinking. And the first one that we hear is the one we'll take and use, so that there's no selection process going on with us. We just grab and run. So let's do a little practice for you to get you warmed up. We've had a warm-up already. We've been singing and dancing up on the stage here to loosen up. So let's loosen you up. If I say, what's a color that your color consultant said, don't wear? Beige. Beige, mauve, and yellow. Yellow, okay, great. And let's see, what mode of transportation have you yet to experience?
Unicycle.
Unicycle? Yeah.
Space shuttle.
Hot air balloon, space shuttle? Okay.
Yes.
What was that? Supersonic transport, slugs? Right. Yes, all those are true, and we could use any one of those. And our job is to grab that first one that we hear and use that in the piece that we're going to do. So that's your part, you know our part, and we're going to create a show for you. And to start, I'd like to introduce you to Flash Family, the 1988 version. We want to take a look at relationship issues right now, like sex and money are real typical relationship issues. We've dealt with those a lot. So what's some other kind of relationship issue?
Communication.
Communication, all right? We're going to take a series of short looks at communication.
Louise, I sense you're not hearing me. Hello? I sense that you're not listening, you're not achieving our space together. We're not happening in the same planetary circumference.
Freeze! Well, the doctor said if you take these, honey, then this rash would go away. Oh, hon. You know what you're doing? You're forcing me to be your mother again.
Freeze!
Shaken, not stirred, right, big guy? You hunk you.
See, Claudia, I didn't think you really wanted me to come over after the movie.
I promised your mother.
Ma'am, I've got it up there about as tall as I'm gonna. If you're not getting reception now, I'll
No, nothing on it yet. Let me try two.
turn the left now. Move it. Yeah.
There it
is. Okay, honey, what does it say on page 6?
It says, whatever you do, don't get your upper body weight.
Okay. Nancy, you wanted your chin done?
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear you. What's your chin, wasn't it?
No.
Just a little skin off here. You get it back.
Miss Fleischhacker, please, just take the dictation. I've told you.
I've tried to tell you in so many times, in so many ways.
The Poughkeepsie trip. What? That was it. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Uncle Fred, you weren't invited to Christmas dinner.
That's okay. I don't like clam stuffing. Freeze.
Oh, it's Southwestern for sure.
No te pregunta.
God, just get the Vaseline. I want it out of here.
Let's see.
Look, you bought the damn pet. I don't even like it, okay?
Let me see. I don't think Vaseline is what we need in this.
It's a good thing, senor, that you broke your finger in Mexico. Many doctors for you. We have a clinic.
Yeah, that's it. My kid painted it. Just put it in the truck and get it out of here.
I'll give you $500 for it.
Freeze!
Ode to Spring. My love, he dances like a wild flower.
Freeze!
Yep, this is just the perfect size. Hold it right there. I think I got another pair you're gonna like really well.
Listen, Mrs. Johnson, I love the idea of a Rolfing yoga shoe store that sells
I don't know.
Make a wish.
Okay. No, you're here. They're here, Joe. That's called stalling for some ungodly reason. I have no idea why. But, okay, enough subtlety for this evening. What we're going to do is a piece that we call hidden needs. And a hidden need is a need that we all have, an emotional need, for instance. I imagine 3 or 4 of us in the room secretly will cop to the fact that we have the need to be loved. Just a lucky guess. Or maybe the need to be abused, but we all have, that's why you're here tonight. We all have some sort of hidden emotional needs, and these guide our lives. So what I would like to do is come to you in friendship and ask you for 3 such hidden emotional needs. And I will come down amongst you and yeah, pretty gutsy, I know. And, especially for early in the evening. And ask you to whisper. I'll pick somebody, and whoever's got one will whisper to me. I'll write them on this clever little tablet here, and we'll only show that to the person who is going to play that need. So the other players in the scene will not know what this person is coming from. Not like real life. So, who has a need? Okay. Okay. Who's got another one? Oh, this section here is hopping. You do get suggestions with your ticket. I mean, I'm still on number 1. Okay. Okay. And way in the back, an equal opportunity. It's just my magic. Okay. Okay, player number 1. Sue. And then the trusted decorative colors of his homeland, Keith Anderson. That can be an emotional need under certain circumstances. Okay, and finally, Mr. Keck gets the need for and the need for. Interesting dichotomy we've set up here in a triangular sort of fashion. So in order to finish the scenario, can we have a location where these people might be active?
Train station.
Train station I heard first, and Waters. Thank you. Okay. Two people with hidden needs in a train station. No, I'm leaving. Thank you.
You are hungover, aren't you?
Must you always sneak up on me?
I tried to warn you. You should mix wine and tequila. It's terrible.
Listen, they wanted an extra $50 because we have 3,000 pounds of luggage, so I thought I'd just carry it on all the way through.
That's a great idea. Remember, bend your knees. Pile it all over there. Be careful, Brian's got a hangover.
Oh, listen, I brought the emergency kit we always travel with, and so I've got some Tylenol for you here.
Not Tylenol, it's hard on the stomach. Plain aspirin would be better.
I had a little orange juice here too, because I know that's your favorite. And, well, after that big scene you made in the orange groves last Tuesday, I had to come bail you out, and the sheriff was going to deport us all to Mexico. So I thought
They
I'd
wouldn't
take care
listen. I could have explained everything.
That's why I had to bribe the guy with $4,000. I'm sorry that some of it was your money, but I've paid it back into your bank account with 50% interest.
Yeah. Listen. Here's a book that will help you with these overindulgences. It's about codependency. You have a real problem. You have an addictive personality. I remember from college that one of the my psych classes, they talked about addictive personalities, and they said that it can be cured.
Listen, I was just buying a candy bar over there, and, well, the machine messed up, and here's enough quarters probably to pay our hotel rooms in Reno.
That's wonderful. Here, put them in there.
You are a cruel lot.
Now, wait a minute.
You sneak up on me and you yell when you know what shape I'm in. You harp on me for little errors in judgment made in a fit of passion. And you have no respect. How did I know? He was his daughter. He looked so male at the time.
I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. You never listened to me, Brian. That's great. That's 50% ice and 35% alcohol and 5% witch hazel, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol?
You know that there are some gums that actually do assist tooth decay? In fact, most of them do.
I knew that, and also I emptied out both of your toothpaste and refilled it with the tartar control crest while you guys were asleep last night. I was very worried about that after I had to do that emergency extraction on you, and then I had to replace 2 of your fillings down there in Texas. So.
What do you want from me? It's like you're always nagging on me about these things.
No, nag? No.
As your older brother, I deserve respect.
Excuse me. Respect has to be earned. Your behavior is embarrassing.
No, I really agree with you on this one.
Of course.
You're right 100%. And you know, she does have a right to her own feelings, but really, it's not your problem because she's in her own space, and so you know you can own it, but it's like you don't have to be responsible for it. So really, it's no big deal. So you should feel fine.
He's not listening.
Probably didn't find those earplugs I left in the staple.
One of the things that improv needs is inspiration. And tonight, our one-man orchestra, Joe Paulino, would you stand? It's going to be setting the scene for us in the next 3 pieces. And we'll see what he comes up with and what we get to inspire us. Thank you.
Once long ago, in a forest that grew ever so short, there lived a group of people. At least we like to think of them as people. For they had a strange habit. And as they came out to play in the forest each day, they were invisible. But it was the magic of the moon as it rose over the mountains and shone down to the valley. Made it glow blue. And to be seen by the rest of the village folk. And it was in this forest, a quiet summer's night, that two such people met. Now, meeting may not seem like much, but for this group of people, it was a lot.
You know we only have until the moon goes down.
And as they talked, something that neither of them had ever felt before started to grow within. They had broken the sacred rules and stepped over boundaries set for centuries.
Whoops!
And an inkling, the beginning of the end, had started.
I got an inkling about this!
This feels really dangerous.
Dang! It's getting hard to move! Whoa!
Did I say that all the trees in this forest were blue? They were.
Listen, here's that return model we got.
Another one of the ZB11s. I tell you, this model never worked right.
Yes, if you'll just sign the receipt for this, I can take that new one back to the factory.
Wait! You realize we have a historic moment here.
What, our 40th ZB11 back?
No, have the XK11 repair the ZB11.
Come on, I'm running into my break time.
Start by standing right there on the line.
In the loading zone outside Macy's, come on. Right, thanks.
That was fast. It was certainly quick.
This is amazing. I suspected it could do this business beyond my...
I don't remember that look on his face before.
We do. There's been a transfer and some information.
books. Okay, for the past several scenes, we've been coming to you for suggestions and pretty much just playing it fast and loose up here. We're going to keep doing that, but this time, I get to use a book. And the other two players in the scene will not have a book. So what I need from you in the way of help is a page number, say between
12.
Unfortunately, page 12 is still the index, so can I have a page number between
42.
42? Well, between something, yes, thank you, okay.
What's the book?
Don't want to be constrained to my... Okay. It's just a book. No, it's just a book. It has a bunch of different plays in it. You may recognize some of them. And now could I have...
book. It's not just any book, it's a play book.
Something else you can use it for. Okay, and how about a location where this next scene can take place?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Where in Cincinnati?
The zoo.
The zoo in Cincinnati.
Oh,
Now how much would you pay? One more thing we'd like to find, to make this just even more incredibly difficult for ourselves, we'd like to have a style of theater or motion picture.
Soap opera.
Soap opera, thank you. Brad! I didn't know you'd gotten out of the hospital quite so soon.
Look at that scar.
It's incredible, you know?
Why do you think I give you a plain dark business suit to work in?
Oh, he's gone back to work already.
That's amazing,
That's
you know?
incredible.
God, financier to the stars, huh? Who would have thought that somebody living in Cleveland could have all this money? You look and fit.
I'm giving the suit back to you. I'll change my pants in the closet.
Now, don't get depressed. Don't get depressed. You know, ever since we became a couple and he was hospitalized, he's holding it against us.
He is.
You want me to get down and lick the dust off your shoes?
No, just feed the pigeons.
Frank, it's not necessary. We accept your apology for that awful behavior you did to us last week before you went into the hospital.
Yeah, we'll forgive you the landmine.
You mean I ain't fired so I don't have to quit?
Ah!
He's still talking about that.
Yeah!
No, well, we fired you once, but you're family guy, you know? I mean, I can't help it. A relative's a relative.
I was here promptly at 11. Story hadn't even begun to dress.
There's not much a tiger needs to do, you know?
It's such an inspiration to be here with the Tigers. To see them go on day after day,
Pacing back and
back
forth
and
like a caged
forth,
animal.
being experimented on, kind of like you, Brad.
You're one of the few people he respects. I always ask him to bring you to my house, but you never come.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, Brad.
Well, it's comforting to know that even a scientific genius is not immune. It rather justifies a weak woman.
I won't be talking no trash to Maggie here. Once you loved her, now she's not just slime.
If people were like molecules or electrons or whatever you work with, it would be nice for you because you understand about all those things.
It's true.
The drugs. I knew it was the drugs.
Well, he's mad because he didn't get the education I did.
But if you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps, just like this tiger did.
Did you and your husband think of mine? But enough of that. I only wanted to tell you that if you didn't take this matter too seriously, I shall not lodge any information with the president.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Yes.
If he ever told Edward.
I know, we'd both be out of the Rhododendron Society. He's not a very good blackmailer.
Just one domestic storm and it's all over. I have a letter in my pocket for your husband.
It's from from your ex-wife. You mean that Matilda has an interest in...
Matilda and Lloyd?
Ha!
I don't believe it.
I demand no money from your husband.
Well, how much do you demand from me, then?
Do nothing foolish. As soon as Helmer has received my letter, I shall expect to hear from him. And remember, it is your husband himself who has forced me back again into such paths.
I didn't know Elmer could write.
I think we ought to tell Elmer. I think our affair is not much of a secret anymore now that you spilled the beans.
Let's invite him to the zoo one day.
Let's have lunch
Yeah.
with the...
Where is Posthumus? What is in thy mind that makes thee stare thus? Wherefore breaks that sigh from the inward of thee?
He always brings up high school play we were in.
All right, you stole the lead from him, and he remembers it.
Oh, vanish
Just
my
like you
stain of
stole me
senses.
from him.
I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore. Lock me up. Take me away. I've sinned one too many times against you.
Please, you read, wretched man, and you shall find me a thing most disdained of fortune.
Take her. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again.
Thy mistress Pisanio hath played the strumpet in my bed.
Oh shit.
How many of you either are currently or have been in one of the workshops that we offer? Okay, quite a lot of you. All right. So what I'd like to do now, we're going to let you choose what we're going to do next in terms of a theater game or a scene piece. So out of the vocabulary of things that you've learned, what piece would you like to see?
Small world.
Some silent scenes. All right, we have a request to do some silent scenes. So we need a theme for that. And what will work will be, why don't you give us a vice, which is much more serious and more, penetrating than just a bad habit. So what would be, like, greed is a vice? What is that?
Manipulation.
Manipulation. So we're going to do some couple of silent scenes on manipulation.
And that was our silent look at manipulation. Yeah, thank you.
My gosh, it's still lit out here. I'd like a suggestion.
Blue sky.
Blue sky, what a great suggestion. Thank you. Swell, sweet breeze that blows through and caresses thy cheek so soft.
In and out of the follicles of my hair, past my nose, waving through the eyelashes of my longing,
Not here, but a brief moment as it touches and leaves.
and falls down, rolls across the grass, and stares upward, inspired,
And yet my chest heaves,
gently, softly, compellingly,
but with want. And often desired.
not pervasive, not persuasive,
But clearly, the smell of spring that has sprung around us with a force that
draws us closer.
cannot be denied.
We throw ourselves back
And giggle aloud
and gaze and call names out to the clouds.
as it rolls over us and envelops us with its sweet smell.
Inviting us to touch things beyond our reach, to feel things beyond today.
Ah, but tomorrow holds yet another path to follow,
And more grass to roll on,
and trees and hearts not hollow,
and skies to gaze into, and promises to make.
all underneath the sweet blue sky.
Hey, moving right along. Backstage, we don't talk about what we're going to do, but we do have a lineup, which means we know that we're going to have an opening, and we know that we're going to do a poem, but we don't know what it's going to be about, what's going to happen. And on that lineup, there's a thing that says "Open," and it's got my name next to it. So I'm going to face the fear here, and basically what that means is you had your chance to do what you want, Joe's had his chance to do what he wants, and now I get my chance to do what they want. So, basically, they don't know what's going to happen in this next thing. So what I thought we'd do, a lot of things I thought we could do, I think we can do, but what I thought we should do right now is just tell a story. So let's do a conducted story for those of you who haven't seen it. It's a story that's told by a group, and there will be a conductor, and they will point from one person to the next, and the story will progress from person to person. The idea is that we are telling a collective story, and that no words will be dropped or anything. As a matter of fact, there are basically 3 errors that we can make in the quest for the perfect story. One is an error in grammar. What is it? Grammar. unusually long pause, which usually sounds like this. Or an unnecessary repetition of the word, and I stress unnecessary. Like clip clop might not be an unnecessary repetition of the word, but the Cyclops might be. So you got that straight?
Sweet.
Mesomesm? Okay. Basically, and what happens when you hear one of these errors in the story is you get to use the magic word called zap, and that person will be zapped off the stage at least for the duration of the story. So let's practice our zapping skills now. And on the count of 3, I want to hear a firm, ferocious zap. 1, 2, 3. Zap! All right. Okay. We got some serious people. All right, storytellers unite. And what's going to happen now is I need an object that gives you strong emotion.
Coors.
A baby I heard first. Coors? We're not going
Aren't you glad you're sitting on this?
We're not going to discuss politics this evening. Okay, so a baby and
Scepter.
you know what I'm going to ask?
I said that.
There's a seat right over there.
And from the back, something that you need.
Manicure.
Manicure. Okay.
Did you say manicure?
She said
Manicure.
Did you say manicure or medicure?
Manicure.
A manicure. Okay, baby and manicure. And we need also a style for this great saga.
Long and colored.
Long and colored.
Are there 2 seats?
A literary style.
Literary style. Detective. Thank you. Great suggestion, wrong night. Okay. All right, so detective, baby, and manicure. You asked for it.
The light broke lightly through the window and appeared as a shadow.
Shadow standing by the door. She was long of leg and tight.
Of ass.
What are you doing here, sweetheart? I said.
Those punks chased me, Sam.
She looked at me.
And grinned from ear to ear as she removed a revolver from her purse. And I don't know how to use this.
Thing at all, she said to me. I'm quoting now because
I remember very vividly what I said, but what she
Said is just a blank. The lambent flames of her eyes were like
night lights
gleaming at me from across.
the room. She sauntered
over to me. It was kind of like
2 coals that had
burning centers as they pierced my eyes.
and I felt them stab deep into the
glycemic nature of I'm not used to someone.
Doing such a thing to me, I view myself as impenetrable. A loner.
But her hips were swaying like a hod carrier on a high bridge cable. She moistened
Her lips in that way that drives
Mason's man. She had a load of
creep. And a pile of
stuff in her purse, and I figured I could wind up wearing that concrete if I didn't.
help her out. What do you need, baby cakes? I said. Sam.
She said, I've got a
Problem. She pulled out.
Her. She pulled out
A list of problems a mile long.
and a picture of a baby. This
Was the baby that was stolen from me by my late husband.
She crept
over closer. Please find him.
Find him for me and everything.
Will be yours. I'll pay you.
$1 million, she said. But I could tell.
That she and
I weren't gonna hit it off.
Because if she had a soul, it was like a
Burning coal.
beating in her breast, an unabated.
Volvo concrete kind of thing that
knew how to snuff out. With that,
The story progressed.
Outside on the
street below them, there were people.
people laughing, people going about their business.
Merrily, and even in New York.
there were punks.
And they hung out in front of the little shop across.
The river, where
They often played.
Hooky. This little shop was a
turning point, because
It was also a candy
Store. Yeah, the kind of.
candy store that had
3 things. All of them were
dangerous.
It had your sweets. It had your sour.
and it had your drugs.
I was interested in the
Drugs.
I sauntered out the front door.
Because I knew that
it was time.
To face these
Musical tones that come in.
into my head every once in a while when I'm working on a tough case. It's kind of like
Jazz. You know? It's kind of like, but wait,
the jazz that comes in the night.
It pierces my ears.
just like those coals pierced my eyes. I knew I'd
found the right place, because
This was the gang that had stolen.
Everything I desired. As I reached,
for the wallet,
my fingernails
scraped against my
Pants, making
a strange sound.
and tearing them.
in smithereens.
blood flowed
From my ripped cuticles.
And I began to weep.
hysterically when
I knew that
I was going to have to face
facts. Yes,
I was gonna see that
the fat woman,
manicurists.
and buy more than.
a manicure.
I was gonna buy.
Information
Yeah, she had everything.
I needed to know.
About anything. So I said to her, I said, listen,
Can you tell me?
About the punks.
In the candy store. Oh, by God!
I said, they did it.
Yeah, I'll bet they did. How about this picture?
Postcard here of the Sierras.
Yeah.
Picture postcard of the Sierras.
There's a baby down here in one corner of the photo.
So, what do you know about this?
This little kid, she,
Let out
Kind of moan.
that indicated she had
no concrete.
information
But that she expected
to get some, and
give it to me as soon.
as I could,
Figure out what
she needed money-wise.
So I left the fat woman's manicure
alone. I figured if
She could get
Mason for me.
then I could too.
I'd solve this case on my own, so I headed
Towards
The dark side.
of the
moon.
small
Boy, shit.
Mister.
Mister, I got.
Where are we? Mister?
It's a band.
Mister? Mister! It called 4 times. The little voice.
Called imploringly, and
I said, kid, what are you doing in a bar like
This one. Don't you know
this is not a
kind of place
for kids? This is the.
pits
It's the dark
side
of the moon, which was,
just barely.
alive for most people.
and the net
Result is death for most.
kids. The,
People here are long gone.
in fact,
There's no one left to give me answers.
so I scrounged.
Out,
Some info for myself.
There were boards with markings all over behind.
The urinals.
I hated to take the evidence
from that source, but it was.
All I could go on. There in Tijuana, I changed my
Clothes and I changed
my method of
Operation. I became
tougher than I had.
normally
been.
I found the kids
outside.
and I beat the
Pulp out of them.
They gave me all the
Information.
I needed
and then
some.
As they lay bleeding at my feet,
they told me where I could.
Find this little
punk ex-husband
bund of the babe.
Who was in my.
employ.
I had often wondered whether I should follow.
Her. And in fact now
I was sure I should.
have. She
Was a kind of temptress of sorts.
Someone whose soul was
Black. Black as
pitch.
but nonetheless
her heart was a rubber check. Kids with me, leaving a bloody
trail behind and forged a
Feet.
I knew I had but one chance left. One
ace to find her late ex-husband, and that
Was
the mortuary.
The smell was wretched. And the colors,
were just as bad.
but I held my nose.
And I didn't smell a thing.
There he was. He was in charge of the
Old damn.
place.
In fact,
He was in charge of
Everything.
lawn in the neighborhood.
yeah, they were smuggling babies.
Into the country and
Then out again.
selling them at a very,
Big discount.
Baker's dozen.
in fact,
And they got a bike free.
they bought 2.
Babies.
Yeah, I hadn't seen a scheme like this since the
Days when.
you know what.
I'd like a suggestion of a garden animal.
Go
A gopher, I heard. Thank you.
And I would like the most useless kitchen appliance you have.
Cherry pitter.
A cherry pitter. Mine too. Thank you.
What's the smallest thing you have in your drawer at work, but makes the largest noise?
Frog clipper.
A what?
Frog clipper?
A frog? A frog clicker.
And I would like that thing at the top of your closet that you haven't been able to throw out but never use.
Shrunken head.
I like it! And how about your favorite late night order now product?
Pizza.
Tomato decorator.
Pizza, thank you.
And our conductor for this piece, Mr. Doug Kassel.
He who dies lives to lead the band. This is what we're gonna do. What else can we do with these goofy suggestions except make music? So we're gonna give you a concerto made up on the spot based on those suggestions. Humor me. Okay, can I hear your suggestions again?
Gopher. Cherry pitter.
Shrunken head.
Frog clicker.
Pizza. Cash, no charge! Cash, no charge!
Click, 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 click.
He'll be there soon. He's looking for your number. He'll be there soon. He'll be there soon. He'll be there soon.
Click, 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 slurp, slurp, slurp.
slurp, slurp,
click, 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 click,
Yeah, you're shooting all your address. What is that? What's your cross street out there? Yeah, you give him 15 minutes. No, don't worry. He's sent right out. Sure, it'll be hot. You got a sign of that? We don't take checks. No, we don't take no checks. No cash, no credit. Okay, read that back.
Well, and on that note, we'd like to take a break to give you a chance to stroll out in the lobby and get some fresh air, check out the refreshment, scan the history of improv and Flash Family out in the hall, and we'll see you back here in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Welcome back to the second half. This is the time of the show when people who come regularly are prepared for, usually, because we like to get from the audience for our warm-up piece for the second half is a real physical object to explore and improvise with. So we need an object. Who brought something tonight? Okay, he's got something over here. Oh, look at that. Yes.
Don't hurt yourself.
Be careful. Or anyone else, right? So, yeah, really. Yes. Be careful of the front door. Honey, I know we're out here in the woods, but I want to let you know I promised to do your nails. You get them done.
Scott, it's the caterpillar's not dead. It's just hibernating in this cocoon. It's a
Yeah. Let's just set up our little altar, even though we're out here in the cave, and someone will say the prayer.
Okay, so you see your ass has been kind of loose lately, huh? Just gonna tighten up that through bolt And you gotta fit in those pants. Okay, clear.
So want to Bremerhaven is fraught with danger this
Yeah, well, Mrs. Getty, we do have these Vienna wieners that you could have for your reception. Come with their own little stick on them there. And, they're pretty hard to spoil.
You're right with you, folks. I think north is that way.
Yes, most of the tribes of Indian were full size, but on the East Coast there was a small tribe. The canoes were really only 3
But Mom, the kids are making fun of me. Can't I shave it off?
I'm favorite 13.
Oh, no! The unbearable.
Why don't we let's spice this up a little?
Sure, then I'll do mine.
Somebody brought another object.
Who else brought some kind of strange object with them?
Besides their date.
All right.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna just hold on to this for a moment.
She got some kissing grease.
Let's see what we can do with this.
Okay, honey, I love our new waterbed, but let me wax my knees first.
Here, Uncle Phil. Have some peanut brittle.
Caviar, anyone?
But I'm very unhappy. When I was old enough to realize that I had an outie.
Tasha, it's simple. Take out the speaker in this phone and replace it with this. Connect lead B to lead B and lead A to lead A.
Honey, please don't shop anymore in Arab markets. Go to Price Club.
Extension.
Drum roll, please, drum roll. I will now leap from 300 feet. Jared, that's
But dear, it's just a simple pill box.
Doctor, just cut it off or freeze it.
I didn't know they made contacts with cataracts too.
God, Mom, I gotta pick her up in an hour. You think she'll notice it?
I'm afraid so. Now, the magic trick. Double montage. 2 objects. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
300 miles from anywhere, and all you brought is a sardine?
High up in the universe, the ship passed the moon, and then it passed the moon again.
People underage may want to turn their head. This is a frank talk about the male genitalia.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I will have this for you in a second. It's a...
In nature, pollination occurs when the flower opens and the bee passes by and dances lightly with its little furry legs and then passes on.
Most embarrassing moments are like this.
Heavy metal makeup.
Hey! You got your peanut butter on my chocolate bar. Hey, let's Who's belong to? Knife? Knife or Carmex? You get your choice. Sorry, I almost had you a Swiss Army knife. Okay, for our next piece, we're going to be doing a series of scenes, and maybe 15, 20 minutes worth of scenes. And we want to get a suggestion of you from a topic. Since we're going to be exploring it in some depth and on many different levels for an extended period of time, we'd like for you to think for a minute and think of a life topic, something that touches everyone at some point in their journey from here to there. And it crosses cultural boundaries, age boundaries, racial boundaries, touches every belief system. In the past, we've had things like birth, death, sex, reincarnation. So what's a theme that we can explore together?
If it is.
I heard abstinence first, thank you. Now we'll take a look at abstinence.
Oh, hi there, I'm sorry I'm late. There's no red meat on here.
I know, that's why I chose this place. Look at all the things that they're doing with tofu.
Keep woman.
Well, you were right. It was low. The only problem was it was low on oil. And so they took care of it. It didn't hardly cost anything. Thank goodness. I thought it was going to be the distributor again.
You paid him to put oil in it?
Well, he said it was really low.
Well, if it didn't have oil in it, it would be low. That's natural.
I mean, to me it felt like an emergency.
To you, an emergency is losing your keys in the kitchen. A little oil, it's a can. It's about yay big, not yay high. You open the top, you pour it into the hole.
I don't.
What did they charge you? What, it was about $40, $50?
I paid for it. The car's mine this week. I paid for it. Don't worry about it. All right, next
You're
week.
paying for lunch, too.
Well, that was our deal.
Is that why we're someplace that doesn't have any red meat?
That was the last time we had a civil word to each other that day in that restaurant. From then on, we lived as brother and sister. It escalated through that meal, into the night, through the next morning, and through Christmas.
Did you mail the letters off?
I have them right here in my purse.
No, I said, did you mail them off?
Well, then the answer's no. But I have them right here, and I'm going right by the P.O.
Well, I'm a little PO'd, okay? So you're already there.
We're already there.
And I loved it. I loved having a brother that I could talk with, someone I could come home after a hot and heavy date, and just find him waiting, worrying, nagging, concerned that I'd spent too much money on my new date. That lasted about a year.
Do you recognize that MasterCard slip? What is Julio's of Paris?
Well, you remember when your boss invited us to dinner?
Yeah.
And you remember that you were very clear that I was to assist you in making a good impression?
It's gonna be my fault, isn't it?
No, but that's what I wore.
That first year was the toughest. But that was the year I decided to join the priesthood. And since then, Lenora and I have had a wonderful relationship, a spiritual relationship that transcends the mere physical.
If you'd worn the $700 and $1 bills, it would have covered more. How can you spend that kind of money on something like that?
It's very rare that you find a dress that is perfect.
I never
And
do.
of course you don't. Every time I wear it, we'll divide the cost of the dress by that number, and it starts to reduce
No,
the
we won't
price.
divide it. You bought the oil, you bought the lunch, you can buy the dress.
It's your boss. I would have never bought that dress.
And he paid for my wedding. I couldn't believe it. He not only paid for every cent,
No, it'd be
but he
cheaper
married
if I
us.
just got rid of you and gave you to somebody else.
Yes, that was quite a day, Leonora. That was the day that we stopped being close. And I want to thank you because now I run the boys' camp and I'm very happy.
And I have a wonderful husband. I have 3 kids.
You know, I think I can do without you. You know, if I can do without red meat, I can do without you. You're on your own.
Nice little baby.
Thank you all for coming here to this meeting of people who don't love enough, if ever. And can I see a show of hands? Are you with someone that you've been abstaining with this evening? Can I see a show of hands? So you're with someone you're not abstaining with this evening. Can I also see a show of hands? And if you'll be practicing abstinence after the show, could I see a show of hands? Is the projector ready yet, Fred? What? Is the projector ready yet? Don't bark at me!
I'll do it.
You can help me pull the screen down. People who don't love enough, if ever, tend to be kind of cranky, I know. If any of you are feeling kind of cranky, we've got the Salt and Eater brand muffins out in the lobby, and you can help yourselves. And we also have some realist magazines out there for you, too. Screens down! Fred's one of our founding members. He's been doing without probably longer than most of us. So we're here to explore through the slide presentation some some alternatives. Some alternatives for those of you that choose to live the new lifestyle and abstain. So if we could have the first slide, please. Please, Fred will be much happier. Here we have, it's an indoctrination ceremony for a new member. The new member in the middle has just confessed that he broke down and did in fact not abstain. He actually bought a Playboy magazine, and his son caught him with it. And you can see his wife there on the right dumping it out, and he's being consoled by one of our greeters at the camp we hold up in Encino. Can I have the next slide, please? Many people who don't love enough, or if ever, turn to religion as, well, I won't say a crutch, but as a tool to help them. And you'll see here that they're at Our Lady of Extreme Pestilence, which is a small shrine sort of up near Harbin Hot Springs. Only in this one, in the summer, you're required to dress in 6 layers of wool and down comforters. And, the people on the left there have just come in to
to the retreat, and they're seeing this person on the right there who used to be 6'4" but has melted, and they're wondering if they can go through with the abstinence thing. And you notice they are in fact touching, so I'm not sure how these two came out. Next slide, please.
That one's in backwards!
Okay, now here, this was actually just a couple of weeks ago at our meeting over at the Jewish Community Center for people who don't get no kosher, no how. And you can see the young professional woman feigning disinterest in the man. She certainly is playing hard to get, pretending to look for a lost business card or a contact lens. And the man has just seen the shuttle bus leaving for the Bay Club party on Alcatraz, and he's sorry that he missed that one. Next slide, please. Now this one's on and upside down, so could we... That's much better. These two have just finished the abstainers version of the Beta Breakers.
I told you not to buy that cheap slide projector and burnt this slide!
As we can all see, these two are running the People Who Don't Love Enough If Ever version of the Beta Breakers, and it is run on your hands and knees to take your mind off the thousands of acres of firm, tan flesh that's surrounding you on the race course. That's going to be our last slide for this evening, and if any of you aren't on our mailing list, please sign it on your way out tonight, and don't forget those muffins in the lobby. And thanks very much.
What's something your mother can't get enough of?
Weather.
Like,
Weather! Weather! Thank you.
What a perfect day!
the woods are beautiful!
Yeah, I got the blanket nailed down.
Just beautiful! Oh, I love eating outside! Oh,
I got some nice chicken.
oh, and I brought something really cold to drink.
Right.
A jug of martinis while
Nail the place down.
Oh, I brought the umbrella. God.
Oh, good, get it. I love it when it turns inside out. People just don't know how to appreciate good weather. Get down here.
There. I brought suntan lotion.
Perfect, get it out.
I brought my bikini.
Here's your chicken.
Thank you. Mine's frozen.
Mine's just kind of almost cold, you know? Like right when all the juices start to coagulate.
You get that little scuzz on the outside. Well, last year, we promised, we swore we'd do this every year. Do you remember last year? The sun beating down, melting the icicles.
It was great. Great. And the year before, what luck to get a hurricane. Oh, that was incredible. I think that was a peak experience.
I know that I experienced God. I'm hoping for something magical this year. Something like an avalanche. With power in it. It just makes me feel so alive. Maybe a ranger.
To come and warn us about the dangers.
Save us. We give you just a little bit, our heads above with a little red flag.
Waving, calling for help. You know one of the best things I like about picnicking in this weather?
I'm just curious. What has abstinence ever gotten you? What's maybe a benefit of abstinence?
Loss of weight.
Loss of weight. Thank you.
Here, Pidgey, Pidgey.
Mr. Backus, you are not looking so good like you were before.
There. I gotta tell you, Schmelding, I've been on this new diet.
That's all they feed us here is what they want. You know, I was back on my flat on my back for 3 days with the cottage cheese and the clean peach the size of a marble. I'm losing as much weight as you, plus I don't get the fluids like you get. That blonde nurse gives you the fluids. Oh, please. No more Montessori's, please. You know, if I had the insurance, I'd be dead now.
You know, my kids pay them extra for all those services I get. That blonde nurse is a practical nurse.
It's so hard to be in the hospital place.
Your kids, I mean, I never see your kids visit you anymore. They quit coming about 12 years ago.
Yeah, I got the deadbolt. Saved up for many months. Actually, I took some of the money they gave me for Christmas. I bought the deadbolt. The fancy one had the chain and everything on it. And, it's very nice. I'm very warm at night.
I haven't seen you out for Mahjong or shuffleboard or nothing. Never since Madonna died.
No, too much excitement. Too much. My eyes cross watching the spaghetti go across the room.
I'm telling you.
Don't talk about Madonna. You see, please. It's too painful next to my hemorrhoids.
Next month is the 19-year anniversary of Madonna's passing, and I think that you ought to let her go.
It's not so easy for me. She is all I don't have.
Mrs. Mechacha over in 316.
Please don't say that name around me.
Anna.
Anna. Yeah. She's a pistol, huh?
And I thought you were an old school marksman. Those long walks you two been taking are just, don't tell me that's your physical therapy because I'm not going to believe it.
She's trying to talk to me, she wants to help me with my English. I've only been here 47 years.
You two, there's a vacancy in one of the residential colleges.
No,
you could save money, Schmelding. You could save a lot of money.
I can't. I couldn't take the deadbolt off it. I know every stain on my linoleum. I know where my hot plate is. I know where my kapitka, the parakeet is. I know everything. I know.
She could do for you. You wouldn't have to.
It would kill kapitka to have to move and please somebody else is there. I don't think so. I don't know. I hope you feel better. Don't scratch that so much. I'll get it too. It was nice to be near you for a minute. Have the nurse come and change your bag. I'll go call her.
At this time, one of the members of the troupe would come to the audience and ask for a suggestion. But in an attempt to practice willpower, we will be foregoing that at this point. Thank
my math test because I didn't study. Jerry Fairbanks, I think, is noticing me now. And I probably can stop writing notes all over his locker door.
Dear Diary, I got another note from Wanda today. I can't read her handwriting.
If he notices me tomorrow, then maybe I'll look at him.
I think she's really neat and stuff, but she's so cryptic. C-I-P-T-I-C.
I think he is the neatest guy at school. I wish I was braver.
I think she's the neatest girl at school. I just wish I was braver.
Maybe on Wednesday, I'll smile at him.
Because she's beautiful. clean.
You all have family members. I know you do, right? Raise your hand if you have a family member, please. Not necessarily with you, but somewhere in your life. Oh, good show. There's a couple people who are alone. What about this family member? Is there something that you can think of you would like them to abstain from?
Snoring.
Loud. Snoring, I heard. Thank you.
Is dit eindelijk gezegd en gesloten niks? Dat
Ja.
zijn een duine squad is echt te vluggen. Oh, ik kan nog iets.
Ja, dat is.
Dat was dolisch gedaan.
Is er als? Ja, maar skurkenskas.
Ja, maar skortjes kaskazoo.
Ja, maar skurkenskas.
Kaas?
Kaas.
Dus geen vloggen. Hier is bijna eindelijk slechts niks. Wat geluk.
Schnitzel.
Dat is
Oh, was een kroppen, sie roden, die Burgen, geben Fluten, die frozen Knochen, sie roden, oh, TikTok, Pikachu, oh, de Hausen, die Filme, de Sogen schauen, de Sogen dabei,
Verstand het gezegd?
Burgen, Fluten, bezig, verdringen. Einen Kugel mit Hunden, gestatten sie Hunde, Gesunde, hör ihr vor.
Dat is niet dat.
Oh, Bushka. Bushka.
Ah, kabushka.
Bushka.
Kabushka. Lief van ons.
Wie de Bushka.
Wat? Als een gestoord.
Ach, sta binnen. Des de pocket in dat. Als de Bushka Bushka. Ach, stien dakker. Oh, wat is dit? Peter. Ja, man. Weg, zo. Lachta. Oh.
Egen, dat is eigenlijk zo heimelijk gestoord.
Rustig. Wiedersehen.
Dat is niet onlangs. Eén, twee. Wat is geblazen?
Is gebroken?
Pauze, gezegd.
Ik zie het vanaf. Kom maar eens.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Iets van allen, Klaus. Klaus, Klaus, die. Duidelijk bijna eine Stoffnetz.
Eine Folge, frozen Kopf, wir sind jemand wurscht, toll, gehutzig, wir sind von
Laat maar lekker slaan.
I know we've been planning for tonight for a couple weeks now. And I know we made a lot of agreements. And we came to a real clear understanding about what we both wanted in our relationship and where our relationship was and timing and everything.
I'm clear about that. Ready?
I've changed my mind. I've decided that I would love to be married in white.
Same time, though. Same time. I mean, we won't postpone it or anything.
What I'm trying to tell you is I've decided I want to stay a virgin.
Who's gonna know but us?
I don't know.
So?
I have integrity.
Yeah, I have needs.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'd comes before ends. That wins what? One of the alphabet names.
Wait. You're putting your needs before my integrity. Don't you realize that's all when it gets really down to
Show me
it?
your integrity. I'll show you my needs.
Well, I'm glad we talked about this.
Talk? This is hardly a talk. This seems like you're telling me. Are you telling me this? I mean, do I have a vote?
Not with my integrity. You can vote all you want with your needs. And I don't mind spending time together, and I don't mind cuddling just tons and lots. I just love kissing you.
Wait.
But I decided to stay a virgin.
You decide. Could we put like your integrity outside the door for an hour or something?
Absolutely not.
How about we play with the Julian calendar in a fanciful way? It's a little known fact, but at a certain point later this day, there will be a small gap in the way the calendar is constructed that makes it possible to take advantage of a small, little known scientific fact. Let me see, I'll explain to you how it works. It's kind of like this. See, long ago, when integrity and needs normally got together on their own, this didn't have to happen. But a wise man, knowing, it was a man of course, a wise man knowing that something like this could occur, designed into the calendar kind of a hidden trap door. Yeah, that's it. And through this door, people could travel and come back. Yeah, that's it. And what they would do is they would go to distant places that their integrity needed to go to. Yeah. And there, they would blend with the other entities that would hang around.
This is so metaphysical.
Isn't it nice? Yeah. The physical part I like especially. Then, two of them would find each other across a crowded cloud or something. And they could do whatever they wanted to up there on that cloud. And then they come back to the trap room. And no one One of a lifetime door. Integrity's too big, I know. See in the door. The Alexander calendar has one next month.
Thank you very much. That was Flash Family's look at abstinence. from you is, what's something that gives you goosebumps?
Slugs.
Slugs. I'm gonna rope off this area over here. Slugs, you heard it here. Hey! Need some help, guys. Let me tell you something. Hey, I got a garden. It is pretty green.
How green is it, baby?
It's real green. I got some slugs. They are neat. I grind them up and spit them out. And they kill my screen.
Got the sluggish blues. Got those sluggish blues where I've taken all that the druggist could give me, but I still got those sluggish blues. Take my advice
What'd you do, baby?
and eat something that's got fiber and nuts.
Said to me, come on down. Look at the mug.
Testify, Keith.
He said, come on down the station and look at the mugs. And if you pick the right one, you might avoid their slugs. Yeah.
I'm a collector of bugs. Oh, entomologist. I collect bugs left and right. And my very favorite slippery one are the slugs of the night.
Well, every night, along about 12, I got a real ugly way to amuse myself. I get a flashlight in one hand and a light salt in the other. I go out to the garden and I melt me some slugs, brother.
Coincidentally, we've got two more encores planned. One next Saturday night and one the following night. So every show that we do is different because it's based on the suggestions given to us by the audience of the night. So this show's never been done before and it's impossible to ever do again. We taped it so we could see what it looked like since we were so busy here. But come again, check it out for yourself. Bring your suggestions, bring your weird, strange objects so that we can play with them. And we'll be back for 2 more Saturdays. We have a mailing list out there if you want to find out about future performances and workshops and things. And we want to close by thanking some very special people. The man who makes everything run smoothly for us so we can do what it is that we want to do here, our house manager. Thank you.